Ryan Gosling's newest film, Project Hail Mary, is finally out, so here are my thoughts on it. Hello everybody, my name is Jesse and welcome to my channel. Ryan Gosling's newest space epic, Project Hail Mary, seems to be the only thing anybody is talking about for the past week. It has been crushing it at the box office. Critics and audiences alike absolutely love it, and I was able to finally check it out a couple days ago, so today I'm going to give you my thoughts on it. And I am very happy to say that I absolutely loved this movie. It is one of my favorite new releases that I have seen in quite a while. And there are so many things about this film that I loved. I was so happy walking out of the theater. Genuinely, my hopes were very high for this film because I was seeing all the praise that I was getting. I love Ryan Gosling. And so, like I said, my hopes were very high, and this film was able to somehow even exceed the expectations that I had for it. I absolutely loved it. Ryan Gosling is one of my favorite actors, and he continues to prove in this film that he really can do it all. He is infinitely charming, charismatic, funny, but he also brings a lot of depth and emotion to this film. He plays a character named Ryland Grace, who is essentially sent on kind of a suicide mission called Project Hail Mary because there is a mysterious substance that is eating the sun, and the world is essentially going to die out eventually if they don't try and do something. So he's sent on a mission with two other astronauts to try and find out what is happening. The other astronauts die, so he's essentially stranded alone on this ship millions of miles from Earth. He doesn't remember why he was sent up there, who he really is, and it's revealed why later on in the film, and I'll get to what I loved about that. But so he's essentially alone up here in space, trying to figure out what to do, and he doesn't have the fuel that he needs to get back home. So basically the idea is that he is going to die up there. And because of that, you can see the toll, the emotional toll that this takes on the character. Ryan Gosling is able to portray that so well. But as it turns out, Ryland is not entirely alone. He meets an alien named Rocky, and their relationship is the heart of the movie. It is the reason to see this film. If you are going to see this movie, I think the relationship that Grace and Rocky build throughout the film is what people will be talking about. Rocky is such an immediately lovable character, even though he can't really speak, and their back and forth dynamic throughout the entire film had my entire theater laughing out loud consistently throughout the entire film. They are hilarious together. Their bond, their friendship is emotional and heartwarming, and they really build it up through the entire thing. They're both so likable, and you want them to succeed, that by the time it hits the fan in the third act, you genuinely fear for these characters, and you kind of expect there to be a happy ending. But there is one particular scene in this film that was maybe one of my favorite sequences in the entire film that had me holding my breath, and I wasn't fully sure what was going to happen, how they were going to get out of the situation. Another thing that I really loved with this film is how they decided to pace the narrative. So it's essentially kind of, they start out with Ryan Gosling's character in the ship. He wakes up, he finds out that he's alone, and he has no way to get home. And like I said, he doesn't fully remember yet why he is up there or what he's trying to do. And throughout the entire film, they kind of go back and forth between showing him on the ship with Rocky trying to figure out this mission, and then they flash back to Earth showing how he got there, why he's there, why him specifically, and who it was that sent him up there. All of that is revealed in flashbacks throughout the entire film, and I just thought it was a really well done way to do that. Apparently that's how the book is done as well. I have not read the book yet, so everything that I'm saying in this film is coming from the standpoint of only seeing the film. I plan to read the book eventually, I just haven't yet. But apparently that's how it's done in the book as well. But I really like that. It was engaging throughout the entire movie. Every flashback scene ends on like a really well done cliffhanger that it answers a question that you already had, but it also leaves you with another question. So you're waiting, like you want to see the relationship with Grace and Rocky. All of that is phenomenal, and that's my favorite part of the film. But it also leaves the Earth narrative very engaging, and when it does go back, you're excited to see what new information you're going to find out. Another thing with this film that I absolutely have to shout out is the visuals and the cinematography. The film is shot by Greg Fraser, so you knew it was going to look good, and it looks absolutely gorgeous. I don't know how they were able to pull off the space sequences, since apparently they didn't use blue or green screens, but they pulled it off. It looks brilliant, and there's one scene in particular around the middle of the film that just, I was, from that point in, I was completely hooked. And like, I can't really go too much into detail. It really is one of those things you have to see to believe, literally. It's not really something that I can describe to you here, but it is absolutely incredible. One of my favorite sequences of the film. And if you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about. And when you see the movie, if you haven't already, you'll know it immediately as soon as you see it. One of the things that seems to be on everybody's mind is, can this film be a contender at next year's Oscars? And honestly, I think it's a little bit too soon to know, but I think in a technical aspect, absolutely. The score is incredible. The visuals are amazing. I think in those categories, it's very possible for this film to excel. As far as Best Picture, Best Actor, I just don't know. I think it's far too early to tell. And with the other contenders that we already know are coming out this year, I'm not entirely sure how likely it is. I think it's more wishful thinking than anything. But I think that really just shows the praise that this film is getting, how well made it is, that people are already talking about it possibly being in the conversation next year. So overall, I absolutely loved Project Hail Mary. It is one of my favorite new releases in quite a long time. I cannot recommend it enough. See it on the biggest screen possible with a large audience. You won't regret it, and I will be absolutely shocked if this film is not in my top 10 at the end of the year. If you've seen Project Hail Mary, what did you think of it? Let me know down in the comments below. And if you haven't, do you plan on seeing it? Are you excited? I have plenty of other videos coming out very soon, so stay tuned for those. And until then, like this video, subscribe to my channel, and keep watching movies.